I want to show you what these guys are doing, which is really beneficial for you as a customer. Robert from Plaster, Jacksonville, Florida. I'm here in San Angelo, Texas with 3C Lawn and Landscape. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing the interior of the swimming pool, but I wanna show you what these guys are doing, which is really beneficial for you as a customer. The procedure that they're doing, if you see, this is a new pool, and whatever you see that is white, it's actually a bonding agent that is gonna help a better product for your finish. The whole swimming pool has the bonding agent. One of the biggest reasons is for the plastic guys, whenever they apply the finish, the plaster is not gonna flash off on them whenever they do the installation, and the quality is gonna be way better. So right here we got this situation. The maintenance are really low. The shell is really high. Whenever they shut the shell of the pool, they didn't get this maintenance high enough to put it level with the shell. So what we're gonna do tomorrow, we're gonna have some kind of form that we're gonna put out here and build up all this with plaster. Now we're not gonna have any leaks because this is what we wanna make sure that is waterproof right here. We're just gonna build the plaster to here. We're gonna put a framing grate in the top, which is gonna be fine, but we wanna make sure that we build all the way around, that way it looks nice and pretty. We're gonna make sure that this is gonna be a little bit out, that way we can build it up and have a flat wall. We wanna make sure that all these fittings are clean 100% like this one right here. So before plaster, we want to make sure we take these eyeballs out 100%, unscrew it off, plaster to the edge of the fitting, have it nice and flat and pretty. Then by the end of the day, put those eyeballs back on it. The only reason that we want to make sure that we take this off is because if we plaster on top of it, then we won't be able to adjust where the water is going to be going. So at this point, if we plaster like this, it's just gonna shut straight. But if for some reason we need to have all those eyeballs pointed to the left, that way we have better circulation of the water, they'll be able to turn this a little bit and point it to the left, and you'll have better circulation. So now, main drains. So you see the big gap that we got out here. We gotta make sure that this is, I don't know if it is a grade hydraulic cement or not, but we want to make sure that all this has some kind of hydraulic, that way we don't have any kind of leaks. Plaster guys are gonna come and they're gonna plaster to the outside, but the inside, if it's not mudded in right, you might have some leaks that they're gonna make some complaints about the installation. So they'll have somebody to dive in the pool and look for where the leak is, and they're probably gonna find it on these gaps. So tomorrow we're gonna put more hydraulic to make sure it's all flush and even to avoid any kind of leaks. All these marks that you see out here, all the water that you see sitting out here, because the pool is perma-coated or it has a bonding agent, the water is not going down, so it'll be fine. But if you have a pool, a new pool, and water is sitting on the shell, the water is underneath the shell, after plaster, the evaporation is gonna come up to the surface and it's gonna bring all the hydration to the top of the plaster, and you'll see all the hydration. So we want to make sure that if you're not perma-coating, to make sure that you keep the low spots dry and not having water sitting on it.
Hey, this is Dre with 3C Landscape, and if you enjoy this content, just remember to like, share, and subscribe.